Welcome to Youth Action Alliance Youth Football Show, episode 4, and today I'm here with
Shane,
Wagner,
Babs,
and I'm Ash. So let's go straight into this week's games, last weekend's games. Where do we start? I mean,
Liverpool,
Merseyside derby.
That was
I was looking at
terrible, man.
yeah. What did you think about it?
Do you know what it is? The centre back problem. It's the centre back problem.
Well, for Liverpool,
Yeah. Without no Van Dijk, they're literally nothing.
they struggle. They do struggle. I mean, you will struggle when you put two centre mids at centre back.
but champions. You got to ask yourself this question. Go through the best teams in history. If City didn't have their centre, would they still be Arsenal Invincibles? United. Is that good enough to say that? I'm not sure.
It's not.
I think it is, to be honest.
The champions of last year.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace, bro.
Even you go Invincibles, and then what? You say, cool. No Colo Torre, no Sol Campbell, and then you put Patrick Vieira and another midfield player back at centre back, and we're going to win it again.
Yeah,
We might not win it again, but we won't be 30 points worse off the next season. I'll put a lot of money on that, and that's the crazy thing about it.
30 points worse off. You might as well be 30 points worse off if you're not going to win it. You know what I mean?
Nah, I disagree.
Yeah, man.
for me, it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50 situation because Van Dijk is a big part on that team, on the Liverpool team. So when it's out, they're missing a centerpiece of the defense because most of the time, if you see the game, it commands the defense. Someone shot be there, and who else?
Joe Gomez.
Joe Gomez as well. Joe Gomez is a quiet, but
He's like Robin.
Yeah.
He's Robin and Van Dijk's Batman.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But when you put Ederson and Fabinho, they doing a great job, but it is what it is.
And Henderson tries to command it, but it just doesn't work. Like,
Yeah.
He's the centre mid. Like when you put a CDM in that centre back role, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
work.
feel like they're good centre backs for, mid sort of table teams, but for a top team who just won it to go and win it again, you don't need those two at centre back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like with Van Dijk though, I feel as though it's more of the presence that he gives. The presence that he gives to the rest of his teammates. They're so confident.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the fear that he gives to the other team as well.
He's like Vincent Kompany, obviously. There's a very small percentage of players that have that much influence. No doubt, that the centre back pairing. You look at the other side though. Have they scored enough goals from opportunities created? They've created a lot of opportunities. They haven't scored the goals. The front three have not been prolific. Going back to this champions point, if you're there's a reason why Liverpool only won one in 30 years, and it'll probably take another 30 years for them to win it again, because you need to have the whole shebang, everything, the whole squad. Right now, Liverpool got what? First 13, very decent. What about City? City got 18 players, maybe more, that can go through, rotate around.
Literally.
And look where they were 6 months ago. Yeah, first 18 players. So if you look at the depth of the squad, that's what's ultimately pulled them through. And don't forget, no Aguero for the majority of the season. No De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Name me a better player than De Bruyne in the Prem. Consistent basis over the last, say, 5 years. Everyone's talking about Fernandes. What a baller.
Yeah.
Been here 2 minutes. Not interested. Yeah. Damari Gray was meant to be the next big thing like 2-3 years ago. You got to do over a period of time. And that's the difference. Liverpool, unbelievable what they did last year. Unbelievable Champions Leagues. Unbelievable. Great side, great manager. But not true champions. And if you look at the greatest teams, Fergie's teams, Wenger's Invincibles, Pep City, good squad, got through. But no doubt, Van Dijk's influence, 100%.
But you go last season, and Man City was not up to where they are now, or up to their standards, and a big part of it was their centre back pairing, And now, what we're saying with Liverpool, like that's a freak sort of thing that's happening with them.
That's
Just
a big part.
Injury after injury after injury for them. That don't happen every season, So I do feel for them. I hear what you're saying, but I do feel for them because both your centre backs are gone. And then you had to go and sign 2 more, and that other one looked kind of not great, man. What's the name?
I don't know.
The young one.
The Preston one. Or the
not
German
him,
one.
the German one.
Yeah,
He was not looking great, I can't lie.
Yeah.
One of them got injured as well. I swear one of them got injured straight away. Pretty sure.
Is it that Ben Davis?
Maybe, yeah. One of them.
Well, look at your luck there, man. But with Everton though, let's talk about how positive it is for Everton.
Yeah, amazing.
I was looking at something on YouTube earlier, and they've only won 6 times in like the last how many years?
Like 20 odd years.
20 odd years.
Yeah.
They've only won 6. No,
At
longer.
Anfield, right?
It's longer.
Maybe 25 years.
It's longer. It's like they went through the generations, and they went from like the 1960s.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
right.
the 1960s. In the 1960s, they won once at
Anfield.
Anfield. Then in the 1970s was once, and then it was
Nice.
bad.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, the last time they won it was in 1999. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And Anfield, I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah. So it was a big win, man, and a genuine. Didn't I said the other week that I feel like Carlo Ancelotti,
Bad boy.
he's trying to create that AC Milan vibe.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He's got the James Rodriguez in the hole, that's your Kaká, and then he's got your 2 forward players, that's Inzaghi and whoever was up there with him. He's got the diamond going on, the same way he won the Champions League with AC Milan all those years ago. And now it's like coming to fruition. You know what I love about it as well? He's scoring, like they score, and he's just bare chill. Just chilling.
Yeah.
The man next to him going
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Did you not see with the T? With the T.
Yeah.
But then
They score.
Don't forget, brothers won the Champions League in the last second of the
it's like-
game, and then it's worried about.
It's like
But what people forget about Ancelotti, he is elite manager. You know when people always talk about like the Klopps and the Peps and the, but Ancelotti's won everything.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
he's a cool cat. He's a quiet
Yeah,
cat. Like
yeah.
but what he was. I saw an interview today with Jamie Carragher. He was like, Ancelotti was man of the match.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Literally, when you deep it, it's true. Like the effects that like a top manager or a top coach can have on everyone else is massive. Like for you guys, if you ever played, what do you think about that? Like playing under a coach who's really gives you just go do your thing.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna do it for me.
That free roam and that. Yeah,
That's it.
literally.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think like it's a massive thing for a player to like gain more confidence, and like if a manager says, "Oh, go do your thing," it's not like do your thing like mess up, but it's to give you more freedom in a way.
Yeah, make you more relaxed. You know?
Yeah.
Make you more relaxed so you can go and perform, and I guess that's what he's doing, isn't it?
And the players they brought in, I'm not being funny. Arsenal should have got Ancelotti. Come on, man. James Rodriguez just got.
Yeah.
Done. He's been playing Ronaldo 2 minutes ago, winning Champions Leagues, and he's even just the left back we spoke about 2 weeks ago, Digne,
Yeah.
across the board. The way he's gotten playing, top.
What about Man City, Arsenal though?
It's crazy. No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Come on, I'm a City fan.
It's too crazy, man.
You don't count now because you're a City fan, you're a Barcelona fan.
I'm not Barcelona.
You are, man.
Ronaldo fan.
You're another fan.
I'm a
You're a
Ronaldo
Juve
fan.
fan.
And
Lisbon
Ronaldo fan,
fan,
and you're a Porto fan as well.
Porto fan.
No, Sporting fan.
Nah, Paul.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like Ronaldo and he's at Sporting? But when
Nah.
he leaves, he's alright.
Nah, because I was start spoiling Paul because my granddad lives at Paul, innit? And he told me the history about Paul and everything. That's when I started spoiling Paul.
Then
And
why didn't you just stay with Porto? Why are you Man City,
Nah.
Barcelona, Real
Juve.
Madrid?
I wasn't
Juve.
too many clubs at the beginning. When Ronaldo was a Man U, I was a Man U.
So every team that
Everything he
goes to-
rotates, I'm going.
You like James
going.
Rodriguez and Carlo Ancelotti. Anywhere you go, that's where he's
I'm
going.
You're
going.
crazy. You're crazy.
You know, but yeah, how can I say? Just Ronaldo for me is just he's different. He's different. And he was a Man U. The step overs and everything. That's when I think when I say when was it? My dad every time he told me this story. One time, I think we was in a par or something, and Man U game was passing and Ronaldo was doing the step overs. And since that day, I started watching Man U. Every time Man U is playing, I'm watching Ronaldo. Since Ronaldo left for Real Madrid, I'm switching my team. When they lost in the champ, I watched the game as well. Last game I watched of Man U was Barcelona against Man U in Champions League final.
League final, yeah.
When
Messi,
No.
No.
They went to another one.
Wembley, you mean?
Yeah, Wembley. Then David Villa scored.
Ah,
And
okay, yeah.
that squad was a bad one.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah.
What? Gee.
Look at Man United then, look at Man United now though.
Crazy.
My
Two different-
goodness.
Yeah, two different teams completely.
What are we saying about the Man City Arsenal though? You know what? I thought after the first 10 minutes, Arsenal was gonna get
Battered.
battered.
Yeah.
I was looking at it, and I was baffled. I was, how are you gonna stop this? They got all this rotation going on. I don't know what's going on. Man popping up left, right, centre. They got the inverted fullback thing going on. Then they got your madman Riyad Mahrez just doing a madness over there. Yeah, it was bad, man. And then And then it took me about 25 minutes, because I didn't watch the beginning. It took me about 25 minutes to realise that, there's no striker, so that means, easy dropping in too. Yo.
It was crazy, like,
Yeah.
that game was like mad.
But I thought at the, like, what minute was it? 25 or something. You guys start coming.
Yeah.
You guys start
They
coming. I
started
thought,
playing
okay,
better.
probably they're gonna score the first half or
Yeah. I
something.
think if we got one goal, it would have been.
Yeah, the first
you know
half.
what I mean?
Yeah, the game should be completely different.
Yeah. It was in the end, it was like a good contest, but it should have been out of sight long time. I think Raheem Sterling had bare chances early.
Bro, how can a 5'6" man
Header,
head
like-
them? I think that just poor pride at the back.
Yeah.
Arsenal just
Poor-
lackluster, walking around the pitch. City was in second gear. It was there for the go get it.
Yeah,
Arsenal
yeah.
just not. They're just toothless, man.
Yeah.
Toothless. It's just not good
I
enough.
think City will run away with the league this year.
Yeah, easy.
100%.
What he's got going that honestly, that rotation thing he's got going is crazy. They play a 4-3-3. On the weekend they had the left back. What's his name?
Cancelo.
Cancelo.
Mhm.
That's not Cancelo.
No,
back.
they played Zinchenko.
Zinchenko.
whatever.
And then the other one,
Cancelo.
Cancelo,
The other side.
right back.
Yeah.
And then he steps into midfield,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he can as well. Then they played a false 9, which means he can drop in. So they got like 6 in midfield,
Yeah.
just bopping it around.
But he's smart. Like,
Yeah.
But going back to the champions mentality though, Pep Guardiola, bro, that guy's a winner.
Yeah, he just wants
He's
to win.
not. He's not
Just
playing.
wants to win.
Like he's brought in a coach that he's had from his Bayern days, and since he's brought him in, they've gone on this 18-game run. Literally, he's like, no, this ain't working. So I'm not gonna. And I can't. It's not having Aguero and De Bruyne is like not having Fernandes and Rashford or whoever, or not having Aubameyang, and that's huge. Or not having Salah and.
Money.
I don't think any other team in the Prem could handle not having their two guys,
Yeah.
you know, and they've been just running it through. And really and truly, I know De Bruyne is not fit, but they didn't even need him.
Nah,
They didn't need him to play. He didn't do nothing.
He wasn't actually.
Absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
see, Aguero's not getting a new contract as well, so
Yeah.
they're looking out. So
Yeah.
City are just gonna go and. You got to think, how long is Pep gonna stay there? Is it till they win the Champions League, or is he
Yeah.
gonna go? I've done my thing now.
I think you're gonna say I done
For
my thing.
what? I think for another year, and then he's gone.
Yeah.
He's got to win the Champions League though.
He hasn't. He's only won the Champions League at Barca.
But the
He didn't win it
at Bayern.
He didn't
No,
win
he
it.
didn't.
Nah,
4
he didn't,
semi-finals, I swear.
Yeah, he didn't.
And he's
He
gone
didn't.
quarterfinals, one semi-finals. at
One
City.
semi-finals, yeah.
He hasn't won the Champions League since Barca. One Champions
You
League.
think he's
that's
gonna
it.
leave?
He's
I don't
going
know.
to.
Where can he go?
PSG probably.
What when they've just
Nah,
got
nah, they go, yeah.
Yeah.
Much.
I think that's it for him. Not that's it, but just relax for a little bit. You know what happened to Mourinho when he got sacked at Man U? He stepped down for like a year
Yeah.
in the shadows.
Even
you know what I'm
when
saying?
Pep left Barcelona,
Uh-huh.
he chilled for a while.
A
till he
year,
went,
yeah.
Bayern Munich. But I mean, I think he should just stay, man. We don't want to lose him in the Premier League. What?
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
true.
way.
There'll be no contest.
Yeah,
Literally,
no
there'll be no contest.
But how bad was Arsenal though? Like going forward, all there was that left side with Saka,
Saka.
and Tierney.
Yeah.
I think Saka's their best player.
Yes, man.
Literally.
He is.
He's good.
putting it on the shoulders of a 19-year-old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
like-
was
Come on,
good.
bro.
Can't
Like,
really do that.
again, first 11 and a squad game. Arsenal, are they actually good enough? What's the difference? We said this a couple of weeks ago. Everton's over Arsenal. Look at Everton's squad. Look how Everton are playing. Yeah. Look at Arsenal. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not really.
We should be 10th.
Who, Arsenal? Yeah.
We should be 10th.
What happened to the new signing? Was it Martinez?
Odegaard. He looks
Yeah.
alright. I can't lie. He looks alright. But
He
he's
But
not.
he can't,
You know-
he can't do anything.
I don't
massive.
think
so. Just come.
He can't be a Ozil. He can't be a Ozil. Like
For me, he just looks tidy. That is it. He, like, he gave away the ball a lot. I thought there's a lot of backward passes. He didn't beat no one on a dribble. No real key passes. Hardly got on the football. He just looked tidy. You know what I mean? He looked like a real tidy footballer. Cool. We got loads of those. You know what
but
I
in
mean?
the Premier League, you can't be tidy.
Yeah. You need more. You need more. I feel like he's got more to come, basically.
Yeah, no. And also don't forget he was like 15-year-old prodigy, went to Real Madrid. Like he clearly hasn't hit the heights that he should have.
Yeah.
Arsenal's a great platform for him.
Well, all I'm gonna say is I had him on Football Manager and he was dead for me. in Football Manager. But what about Man United though? 3-1.
Lovely.
I don't watch the game. I can't.
Do you know what it is? The penalty, I don't think it was a penalty, it was soft.
Which one was that again?
Last one, wasn't it? Last one.
Yeah.
How
It was-
did it go down? The penalty?
Literally that.
Yeah, it was just a little light kick
Rashford.
on Rashford, yeah.
What did he do to him? Tell me again.
I think he went past him and then he got clipped, but it wasn't anything like massive. Like he literally like.
I remember.
I think he dived.
You think he dived?
Yeah, I don't think it was anything massive, but what can you say? VAR should have looked more into it, but I'm a United fan. I'm not going to take no from.
I'll tell you who was ripping up though. That Maxim, whatever his name is for Newcastle. I saw a thing.
He's so good, you know. He's
unbelievable. Traore or him, he is a absolute baller.
Yeah. How old is he? He's like 24.
Yeah,
he looks about
24,
he looks about 34.
He's so good though. Did you see?
Unbelievable.
He sent that James to the chicken shop.
Yeah,
Telling him, get me a number 2. Oh my god! Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, his ankles are still there at the ground. It was bad. But they brought him off because he's just come back from injury. I think. I was excited to continue to see that battle between Wan-Bissaka and him, man. I was like, yeah, shut up this Wan-Bissaka youth, man.
Nah, but Wan-Bissaka,
he's levels.
I think he would have got past him.
No, my guy.
I think he would have got past him.
100%. Like he would have won a penalty. Like he's just crazy.
He scored, didn't he? He scored.
He scored the goal.
Yeah, he's big baller.
Yeah.
But then Man United, what's the plan at Man United? Explain it to
centre
us.
back, the CDM.
And what's the plan? So what's the plan of philosophy of playing?
I couldn't tell you because Oli is just doing the madness right now.
I think he just gave him the freedom to play now.
Literally.
Freedom to play?
Yeah, he gave him more the freedom, like, I think, to Bruno Fernandes.
What, just give it to Bruno, let him just...
Nah, not give it to Bruno, let him do his thing, but just, when Bruno have the ball, create, innit? Do your thing, basically.
So why do when Bruno gets snapped?
We just have to bring in someone else. But no, there's no one else in United that could do that. Mata, not good enough. He's getting old. He's obviously going to get dropped. Matic, definitely not good enough. He's too old.
No, Matic is good enough.
No, but if you think about it, Matic is old. He could do a couple of things at Chelsea. Was amazing. United, he's getting old. We brought him in. Mourinho brought him in because it's
different
Mourinho,
player than his whole midfield.
like,
he's a guy to go. Pogba, you go do your thing. Matic, stay here and just sweep up here and there.
And we got McTominay for that. McTominay's younger. He can run about and do that.
McTominay, man.
Or Fred can do that, but Matic is too old. And Martial, I hate that guy. I can't lie to you, I hate him.
He's
not doing anything. He's literally not doing anything.
He looks like somebody whose confidence is gone.
But the ability, actual does what a man can do with the ball.
The problem is that he's not going to get any joy out there on the left because your boy Rashford's going crazy.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's going crazy right
now. What is he though? Is he a Thierry Henry hug the line coming or is he a 9? Rashford.
I think he's a winger, man. He's a left side. Just stick to that, master that, do that properly, and I think his ceiling is way higher out there than.
Because when you cut in, that goal that you cut in, bang, shot.
Because he's even got the cut in and he just drags it back down the line. He just takes people all over the place down that left side. 1v1 with him is
it's a very long day.
Yeah.
So he was not the best chop though in the Riyad Mahrez. What? The way he could just.
And then leave it.
It's like you actually think he's gonna do it, and then he chops and you think, nah, he's gonna do it now. And he chops again. You think, what the?
Yeah.
And he literally could just like start looking around the pitch, stood on the ball, and be like,
his
unbelievable.
Yeah, he's different.
Unbelievable. It's like he's moving in slow mo. And it's like you know what's gonna happen.
You can't stop it. It's like Messi. Like you know what he's gonna do, but you just can't stop him.
And it's that allows him to get that space as well. So like when he steps onto his left foot and then he hits him with the drag and he comes back, the next time he steps on the left foot, they're like, shall I stop? Shall I go? Which allows him to then hit it. Do you know what I mean? And then the gaffer's telling, hey, get him off his left foot. Gaffer, he's got me all over it.
Literally.
You know? What's the next game? Tottenham. Yeah, they lost, didn't they? They lost 2-1.
Yeah.
What about big Lingard?
Lingard back.
You know what? I want him back, but we needed him to go and explore because I don't think he was getting much confidence. No, he wasn't getting much confidence at United, so I'm glad he's doing well. I'm glad he's doing well. He's doing amazing. But the thing is, we needed to load players off because we don't have the squad depth and we need to bring players in. So the thing that we needed to do was load players off, and it was a good thing that we did.
How many players you want?
Not much. Like, come on.
You already got Cavani this summer.
Yeah. What does that mean? Cavani, you know Cavani's old, like he's old, like he
You
can't
don't like
do
old players, do you, bro?
No, do you know what it is?
It's old.
Do you know what it is? Cavani is a great player, but he's gonna get old, and it's gonna be a time where he's gonna go. So the thing is, Martial was the best option, but he's not good. He's not great. We can see that his confidence is low. So there was a thing where we might just need to bring in young players, and it's a thing that we can't do that.
What about your boy Mason? What is he? Can he slide into that 9?
The confidence is.
What, Mason Greenwood?
Yeah.
I think he's.
Do you know what it is? He's not. I don't think he's a 9. I think he's a winger.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard for him to go right into the 9 because he hasn't played there for that much.
I think he's more of a 9 than Rashford though.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially because he can go off both feet crazy. Like obviously
Both-footed,
Rashford can as well, but he's generally both-footed, which is crazy.
And if you talk about Daniel James, I actually hate him. Like he scored a goal. Alright, well done, applause. But the thing is, him as a player, he's just fast. That's it.
Yeah.
He's just quick.
Listen, many players have made careers out of that, though. Many players.
Babs like to say that. you gotta pull out the Walker.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say Theo Walcott.
But Phil Walcott was a bad boy. Like
Player.
Back in Arsenal, when he done the slide and he scored. When he had the ball and he was started dribbling, and he was bad boy.
I wanted to look into the camera and say Theo Walcott's a player.
Nah, I won't say that. I won't say that.
He is not a player, bro. He's just rapid.
Yeah.
That guy, the thing is, it's all good being unpredictable and not knowing what you're going to do, yeah? That's one thing. For me, at Arsenal, when we used to have Chamberlain and Walcott, Chamberlain is a football player. He can play centre mid, he can play left, right, he can play wing back. Theo Walcott, there's the line. I'm just going to run. Don't get me wrong, he's scored a few goals and he's put it in, but he's not the complete player. He's not a football player. He's not a... Think about, we'll just talk about Riyad Mahrez. He's a football player. You know what I mean? Theo Walcott just ain't... He's just not there. And when you're talking about players, even go back to Lingard. Lingard, is it a case of big fish in a small pond or small fish in a big pond? Do you know what I mean? When Walcott first came in, it's he went to the World Cup with England. Why is he getting to what? Yeah. What's that about? Then he couldn't struggle. Then he's saying, Arsene Wenger, I'm a number 9. I need to do this. I need to do that. Take yourself over wherever you need to go. Prove it. Do it on the pitch. That's what's good about Lingard now. He's licked his wounds almost. He's had a bit of a tough time. I think his family and mum, and that's something people always forget. Football players, they're on big money. They're in the limelight, but they're human beings. If anyone's mum's sick or whatever, and got issues with kids, of course it's going to play on your mind. And now he's proven he's happy. He keeps talking all his interviews. I'm playing with a smile on my face. I'm loving life. Well, your football's showing it. You know what I mean? But Theo Walcott, hell no. No. Not having that.
I think Lingard should just stay at West Ham.
Yeah, 100%.
Just stay there.
West Ham, look where they are, bro.
Give us 20 mil. Give us 20 mil for him. Give us 20 mil.
Take 20 mil for him. He's on 100 bags a week. On a 5-year deal. That's when Mourinho gave that to him. So take.
Yeah.
I like that, Wags. Listen.
Online sessions. Every time. When we talk about technical, Walker.
He talks Walcott and then he hits us with the Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt.
He thought he could be a footballer as well, didn't he? He tried his thing. So pace, man, it's not a thing. Football's played up here, innit? We all know that.
Yeah, 100%.
What's your predicted top 4? Let's go with you first.
Man City, United, Everton, Liverpool.
No Leicester.
What about you, Agni? Sweating.
It's tough.
He's thinking, where can I put Ronaldo? Can Ronaldo play? Might loan him in. Come in.
Nah, I'm trying to be the second place
Porto play?
because it's Leicester and Man U for me right now.
Who?
Leicester and Man U for me right now. Because I think at the end, Leicester will probably lose too many games and drop.
Everyone says that, but
I think because that happened last season. You saw what happened last season. There was second or third, and they lost 3 or 4 games. And
look at Maddison emerging, Harvey Barnes though. They've come up.
Yeah, Madison is
He's
crazy.
a baller.
He's crazy.
Who, Maddison?
Yeah. That goal he scored when he hit him with a 2-stepper was come back with his left. Done.
Harvey Barnes as well. Come from lower league.
And then in his interview he said, yeah, I'm comfortable on both feet, so that's what he said, bare calm. This guy's a joke, man.
He's crazy. That's crazy. How can you do that?
Go on, what's your 4?
But go on. Okay, decided. Man City, Leicester, Man U. I want to put West Ham in there, you know, because they're on performance, but I don't know if they're gonna drop points or something.
So you're putting Leicester over United?
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah, I'll put West Ham in there.
What's
Yeah?
that? Oh!
My top 4.
No, Liverpool.
Not Liverpool this
You're
season.
crazy.
Not Liverpool this season.
You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy.
Not Liverpool this season, bro. You saw what happened to Alisson? That was poor. I think on
he's
that
so
game.
poor, you know.
Nah, I think in the-
he's good, but he's like the decision making is not there.
Nah, I
It's
think
just
on
not
Everton
there.
game he was trying to prove like a point. I'm still the man. You know what I'm saying? Because on Man City he give away 2 goals that completely easy.
Oh my god.
So when it came to this Everton game, it was like, yeah, this game I want to prove. Because you saw the last game, I think it was the last goal. It was trying to kick here, but his centre back was there and the miscommunicate and the ball went. I feel like, bro, your centre back is right there. Just wait, communicate.
The decision making is not there, man.
But yeah, I don't
Again,
think.
it could be confidence. It could be. Think about one thing keepers never get the recognition for is it's literally that 1 second lapse of concentration, but that 1 second is going to cost you a goal, innit? But think about all the other positions. How many times players outfield, and Alisson coming in, Liverpool always needed that bad boy keeper, innit? He came in, got them 2 Champions League finals, won the league. It's tough, man. It's
But
tough.
those mistakes though, man, you can't
go-
forgive them mistakes.
As a professional footballer, you can't be making those mistakes all the time.
Like those ones, was it Man City when he just passed it to my man, and it's just, I think it's just complacency, man. The way he's just like sort of lethargic, think, yeah, I'll clip this one over his head. No, doesn't drop short. Man scores at the back post. I think, come on, man, just be a bit more professional about your team. What about your top 4?
Top 4, I'm gonna go outrageous. I'm gonna go. City won it. It's obvious, man. The 10 points clear. They won it. I'm gonna go. So if I was going for my top 4, I'd go City, Leicester, Everton, West Ham. Mainly just because it's crazy season, unpredictable. Even on the flip side of relegation, last day of the season, Sheffield United to survive.
Wow.
Worst run ever in the Prem. Yeah, just like you would not expect anything different in it, because it's not going to be like this next season or any season coming out of Corona.
I think I'll go safe, man. I think mine's not Liverpool, Man City. Man City. I'm gonna go Leicester.
Everyone's hating on United.
Then I'm going United. Then I'm going Liverpool. No Everton for me. But yeah, knife crime's been an issue, isn't it? It's been an issue in cities for the longest time. Not just in London, you know, in loads of cities. But as we all know, like most recently, there's been an issue in Fulham where somebody did get stabbed, and you know, and he's no longer with us right now. So, what do we think about like how we could, as a community, as a group of people, how could we try and negate this thing from happening going forward? What do you guys think as young people?
I think there needs to be like a level of like word out there, not even through us but through like everyone, like that can like express how they feel about knife crime. And knife crime is a massive thing, so if youth clubs can like put posters up, or like if we can give like words out to like organisations that are doing like stuff around knife crime, and then we can just get like young people like into like football, basketball, like different sports, different activities. If they can go like to like different areas and like give just a big word out to like how we can like shut it down more, not shut it down completely because it's not going to get shut down completely, but can we lower it down, like the rate of it, because it's massive.
Yeah, so you mean like raise awareness around it?
Yeah, literally.
That postcode sort of integration, you mean?
Yeah, because fighting over a postcode is like, it's nothing, like it's so bad. Like how can you fight over a postcode? Like that's just so like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. What do you think, Wagner?
For me, I think we need more role models, as I say, because most in that community, what we think the most is about people. Or we're gonna want to be a athlete, or musician, or what else? Let me say entertainer or actor or something. We need more people, like more role models. I'm saying like wanna be more people, more black people wanna be lawyers, more black people wanna be let me say, dentists, you know,
different types,
because how can I explain it to you? It's like the community, you only see like athletes, rappers, or the other way, gonna be a trapper and something like that. And as you said as well, fighting for the postcode is for me, it's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, for example, you're going out with your mom, you're going, let me say you're from Croydon and you're going to YCE, you're going for Westfield, you're going with you or your mom, you're shopping at the if you beefing that some guys from Westfield, you with your mom shopping and it's not that this guy and go and shanky. For me, that's dumb. That's completely dumb for me.
And no parent wants to lose their son or daughter to
that's crazy.
fighting over a postcode. Like, can we be serious? Like, can we have a logic? Like, you were brought into the world to live an expectation of your parents, like live that image of your parents, not in a bad way.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not. Some like teenagers probably, some of them chose this type of life, that be a trapper and some of them they don't have a choice. They didn't have a choice like that. Soon as they're born with it, soon as they understand the world, they seeing uncles around and everything doing their stuff. So their uncles or their parents or their family members didn't show you the other options. Okay, all of this that's a bad stuff, but see the other side of the coin. Basically, you can be an athlete, you can be a musician, you can be a lawyer. I think we have to, when those people growing up, I think more family members need to understand. Don't do this or I do. Just focus on something else to be great and get out of this life. Because
a really interesting piece. There's no word in the English language for a parent losing the child. So if you lose your parents, you're an orphan. If you lose your partner, you're a widow. But there's no word because it shouldn't happen. You should never. Your child shouldn't die before the parent. So it just shows how abnormal it is because there's no word for it. Number one. Number two, I think it's a culmination of a lot of things that you both say. A very, very deep question. You could delve really far into it, but ultimately it's about education and making them understand, because it's getting younger and younger and younger and younger. And the younger you go, you think, we was talking about this off camera before, it's learned behaviour. The fact it's normalised and glorified is one thing, but no child comes into this world thinking, let me go and stab someone or shoot someone, because that's not normal. That's not how it is. It's what people have been seeing and gone around. So off the back of the youth club conversation, how many youth clubs are open now?
None.
What is there for kids to do now?
None.
Nothing.
Do you know what I mean? And trouble finds trouble. That is a saying that's out there. But if you're engaged, if you're active, if it's almost like you're too busy or your circle of people around you. If you put one piece of rotten apple in a bag of apples, what's going to happen to the rest of the apples? This goes back to the original point. If the youth clubs were more open, if there was more money into this infrastructure where you could have a regular, it's basically what we're trying to say is, rather than seeing 1,000 kids one time, we want to see, say, 10 kids or 100 kids 1,000 times, because that's how you basically indoctrinate someone into changing their beliefs. And it's ultimately about, we're saying about kids who, there's different types to this. You could be walking down a road and get stabbed. That's one thing. You could be involved in knife crime. That's a different thing. So if you're involved in it, more time, nobody wants to be involved in that. Nobody wants to get involved. And this is going to be very left off now, what I'm going to say. When we were young, if there was a disagreement and two people had a fight, they had a fight. That's wrong in itself, but they had a fight. The second you pick up that knife, it's over. It's as simple as that, it's over. All the stats say, you pick up a knife, 80% chance you're going to get killed by your own knife. So just by leaving the knife at home and having a black eye and maybe a broken rib and broken pride, you still come home tomorrow. You still go to bed at night. You know what I mean?
It's about like taking all those messages sort of that each and every one of us have said, and then packaging it up in a digestible way for that young person, for them to relate to, for them to understand the language, for them to really take it in. Because I feel like you saying it to us, it makes sense. We understand. You say it to someone, and sometimes it's not just age. You say it to little Dejan, he probably understands. But you say it to someone that's 1 year older than you guys, but is what we're talking about on that side of the fence in terms of like gangs and crime or whatever.
I think
it's not resonating.
Yeah, I think like for example, let me go football wise. For example, as you know, I play for Casual Ballers and also Westfield FC. My coach on Westfield FC is around, let me say, 50. But we talk everything, we joke and everything. Sometimes you can probably tell me a story about not a knife crime, but about a football situation. But I won't take it in as Ash will say it to me, because I will feel more related when Ash is delivered to me, because he's kind of young. He's like
that, yeah.
Kind of young. Hey, hello? I'm here too, bro.
Yeah,
kind of young.
Yeah, I was
Get this guy out of here.
Yeah, I just kind of, you as well, it's kind of.
Oh, thank God. Cheers for that. Oh, yeah. Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers,
so,
Wags. I'll leave you to have a conversation, yeah?
Yeah. But so I will be more related to you guys when you guys speaking to me about you're not doing the right thing and this and that. So I will, okay, what I'm gonna do, you're gonna explain you to more details, so I will get more related to you. For example, I was watching on Instagram, no, couple days ago actually, was a guy, he committed a crime, a robbery, but it was like our age, he was 25. So if you go on Instagram, out of the content, if you go on Instagram and someone 35 years old talking about the same incident that happened to this 25 year, you will just keep passing at my age. I don't want to hear it. But he's a 25, I'm 21 years old, so you will sit down and say like, what this guy is talking about? You know what I'm saying? So we will relate more to you, you delivering the message. Yeah, that's what I think.
But there's some people that have that mentality of it doesn't matter about the age, so they can look at something and relate to it, and it doesn't matter, like they could be like 19, 20, and then see younger people do it and they'd be like, he just a neek or something like that. But if you go to someone older and then they look at it and they think he was like, why is he doing it? What's the story behind it? If you go to someone younger, they're like, he just brought up wrong. But if you go to someone like older and you look at their story and be like, why did he do it? Like, was there a reason behind it? Like, there's always like stuff behind stuff. So you have to think about it logically, and it's not like if you have a high mentality, people are gonna think about it like saying, that was wrong. But if you look at younger people doing something wrong, give it like a little slap on the wrist. That's it, literally. So you have to think about it in a different way.
But going off that, I feel like you definitely needs to, whoever's delivering, the messages to say, come off the roads or whatever, they need to first of all study the audience, because the audience will depict where you take your messages and how you deliver them. So you guys think that we pull out these sessions and life skill sessions and it's just you might think it's off the cuff or whatever, but we know that everyone there is an active person, and everyone there normally responds to visual, because if we can't be active, you respond to something visual or something conversation wise. So that's why we have videos and we have conversation based in group discussion, because it works. If we had another demographic who love reading, we might have something, a paragraph for people to read. You see what I'm saying? So I say that all to say, whoever comes in and to help stop these, the knife crime and go and deliver workshops or whatever, first study the audience. Find out something about the audience. How old are they? What area are they from? Are they athletic? Are they not? Do they like to read? Do they like to talk? Have I got a whole bunch of chatty people, or are they really quiet? Then you just tailor your messages, because they can be the same messages for the audience you have, and then hopefully that will be more digestible. And then also on top of that, I'm so scared that we're putting so much pressure on people that are more likely relatable to go and deliver these messages, and there might not be enough people that are confident enough to do that, or willing to share their story. So it might be the older person who's not as relatable, but that person can still use resources that are relatable. You see what I'm saying? Videos of a person that is relatable, delivering a message that she would like to say, and it just resonates more because it comes from that person. So I think the person does still matter, the person, but if they're not able to get it to resonate, they can use resources to help it to resonate. Do you see what I'm saying?
I think two things off that. Outside the family, the two people you remember your whole life, everyone in this room, everyone watching this, is the best teacher you had or the best coach / it could be drama, football, whatever, and you remember them for a certain reason because obviously they made a connection with you. So that's definitely one. So that person is huge.
Chrissy Cummins, what a legend.
There you go. Big up Chrissy Cummins, yeah. But on the flip side as well with the individual, like we've had an instance where an individual had clearly never been taught just very simple things. You don't know what you don't know. So for example, this individual come to training, trousers down, halfway down their backside, didn't know how to talk, didn't know how to walk.
Body language.
But it's not his fault, because he's never been taught. Yeah, nobody in his life, up to 21 years old, had ever given the decency to say, young man, come over here, let me show you. Let me show you. This is how you conduct yourself, this is how you act. And it's exactly the same thing in this scene environment that we're talking about. Some people just genuinely don't know that there is another way. There's a different way. They just genuinely think, for whatever reason, that this is the only way out for me. And with knife crime, 1 million, billion, trillion%, the knife is never the only way. If we were talking about something else, there'd be millions but the knife is never the only way. That's probably the only way it's not. That's why you gotta put that thing down. Football can be played in 1,000 different ways. We watch football, we coach, we disagree about certain things in football. Yeah, there's so many different things. But with this topic, it's as simple as put it down. You see that guy who goes around, he's like the knife vigilante, where people can go and give him knives and he gives them JD vouchers. You seen that guy?
Nah.
I never.
This guy,
Who's that guy?
bad man. Literally, he's taking more knives off the street than probably the police. He literally says, if you have a knife, I'm not gonna ask you no questions. Give me the knife, I take the knife, I hand it in, I'll give you a JD voucher.
Cool.
And he's relatable. He's got a story. He was a GB athlete, he got stabbed and he ruined his career, all that stuff. And in that moment, exactly what you're saying, Ash, you can give all the messages across. But more time, you think a lot of those boys that they don't want to carry the knife. They don't want to do that. They don't know where to go. They get all this pressure. So this is an easier way out. I got to go see this one brer. I don't even have to talk to him. I just give him it and I dip out. You know what I mean?
Takes away a bit of peer pressure there as well.
100%.
With your friends and that. What? Man got JD voucher. Kind of sounds better. I just left at home. Oh, you're unique.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds better.
But you don't know what you don't know. So 1,000,000%, when you have more positive role models around, when you have better education, I don't mean education like school education, I mean just knowing that there's more out there, For a lot of these kids, all they know is their little bubble, their estate, where they are. This whole postcode thing is crazy, because all those kids just need a plane ticket to go somewhere like Thailand, somewhere like India, China, and it's a big world out there. And you can be whatever you want to be, you can do whatever you want to do. Just put the knife down. Pick the knife up, all those opportunities are gone.
To go off what you were saying about the example of the boy that his trousers were down, we spoke to him and he was amazed, like, what, really? Like, this isn't acceptable. We're like, no, it's not. Like we're telling him things like, well, if you arrived to a session, we're just talking to him as friends now. You arrived to a session, here's what a coach would think. Okay, cool. You're disrespectful, his face starts to screw up. You're disrespectful, you don't care about our time, you're not going to listen. He's vexed. He's like, what? No, I want to listen. But I'm just, no, I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying how it looks. And he couldn't believe it. He was like, that don't make a difference. I know it don't. I know it actually don't. But this is the life we live in and you need to know how to carry yourself. And then, fast forward a few weeks.
He's early. He dressed right.
Yeah.
All because someone
killing
just
it in sessions.
Working hard.
Mad progress.
Yeah. And a lot of that comes down for you, Deshane, young people, working with young people. But I genuinely believe without that first initial conversation to say, hold on, big man, this ain't acceptable. And do you know what? But we're still going to care about you. We're still going to work with you. We want to help you. But let's meet halfway. And I don't think he would have got there. And it was so clear by, I don't know how old he is, 2021. He'd never had that conversation. How simple is that? My man to tell you to pull your trousers up.
We was there for a minute though.
Yeah, we was there for a minute. Yeah, but it weren't like, you know what I mean?
Remember you had to go, I had to go.
Then I come back and another go.
He was like tagging each other in. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Time out. You go. But after
it wasn't like we spent days and days. It's not like school where Donny's getting detention and you got to come back and talk to him again. It's not like that. Think about how many kids get detention for 5 years at school every single week, and the message still don't go through. Do you know what I mean?
Or they're not listening.
They're not listening because again, he invested his time to turn up to something that he wanted to do.
That's what it is.
So all
we influence him to
forgive
arrive
him.
to the session. We use the influence.
That's it. And we should have, and everyone should have, but amongst us should have the decency to say, right, this ain't just about you playing football. Where'd you go after this? Where'd you come from before this? Where'd you want to go to in life? Okay, let me help you as someone who's 10 years, 15 years, according to Wags, 30 years older. Jesus. I'm younger than him, by the way, so after this we're going to have words.
I never did that.
But because we are older and we have experience, let me just help you, guide you. You can either take this, or don't take it, it's not a problem. But I promise it will help you. But a lot of kids don't get that.
No, they don't.
You know? A lot of
You
kids
just have
don't
to
get
always
that.
give them that the little push, the little key.
That's it, bro.
Key to success.
That's it.
If they don't want to take it, then that's
That's
you can't do anything more. You can't
That's
do
it.
anything more. But if they take it, then they want to do something with their life.
That's it.
Yeah, I go so against them. I even if I can't do anything more, I try and do. I try. I can't. But yeah, what you gonna say?
I got a quick question. Do you think drills influence
100%.
on these?
That's why I
Knife
listen to
crimes.
that rubbish.
It's such a difficult one. Like growing up for us, it was grime music, wasn't it? And grime music, I always had the perception that it's really aggressive and it's like always about, violence and stabbing and this and that. But really, it was a way of expressing, and the media couldn't really accept it. Like Kano's my favourite artist. I think he's the godfather of grime, yeah. And then you've got Wiley and Dizzy Rascal and Getz and all those guys, Skepta coming through. But that's a way of expressing. Music is a way of expressing. I don't think a lot of time is literal. One thing I do say, and it goes back to your point, those role models, those football players, those artists, they could come out and say, listen, this ain't right. This what's happening ain't right. This music, what everyone's saying, this is a way of an art form of expressing myself. That's like me saying, if I drew a painting of someone in the 1600s, there's loads of painting of witches and people getting stabbed and killed and stuff. So why don't we say that? Why don't we say, for the last 500 years we've been depicting violence? We don't say that. Society don't say that to you, do they? But we gotta really push these role models, say this ain't right, that ain't right, push good messages.
Cool. So, I mean, it's always good to try and wrap up with key messages for that young person. Always, I think it's more important when you direct it to a particular person in mind. So, any key messages around like knife crime and gangs in general to a young person? Anything from you to share?
So there's always opportunities. There's always a choice. Don't pick up the knife. Put it down. Leave it at home. Just don't do anything that will harm you or another person. Education is a major thing. Stay in education, everyone, please.
I want to follow the same point actually. I think it's not worth it you to carry a knife wherever you go, and also you only not damage you and the other guy, also you damage your parents, your people around you. Always think about that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I just definitely think if you have, your pride might be hurt. If you put the knife down, you wake up tomorrow. It's as simple as that. You put the knife down, you wake up tomorrow, and it says there's nothing else really to it. There's nothing that's that deep out there that you could, go to argue around. Fighting is one thing, even that's wrong. We shouldn't fight, we should speak about stuff. But as soon as you pick that knife up, it's over. It's curtains for you. So really think about, there's a huge world out there. There's millions of opportunities for everybody. But as an individual, sometimes you've got to make it your show. It's got to be about you and what you want and what you want to go and aspire to achieve. And with a knife in your hand, it will be nothing.
From me, I'd say you've got potential. It's just unlocked. And that potential can lead you down the real successful pathways through loads of areas that you don't believe you can achieve, but you can. So realize your potential, reach out to anyone that can try and help you. You can even reach out to Casual Ballers, will help you. Realize your potential. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you all at episode 5.